think we rescued the... wait a second.
Is he still alive?
He was when Olga brought him in. I've checked everything, including the genome data, but there's nothing on this guy. NSA, CIA, FBI. He doesn't exist in any database. He's a non-existent operative from a non-existent organization.
I suspected as much. However, I know this man.
Huh?
Wake him up. It's been a while, hasn't it? Jack the Ripper?
You know this fellow?
You remember me, don't you? You've grown. High concentration of cerebral implants. Have they altered your memory, too? The 80s.
Fuck.
Mr. X? Ninja?
Correct. It's me.
I thought you were the leader of the Russian troops.
No, that was just a smokescreen.
A smokescreen?
I was sent to provide you support.
Support? Who sent you? The Colonel?
No, the Patriots.
What?
I deceived my troops, betrayed them.
But why?
My child is being held hostage by the Patriots. It all started 2 years ago when I lost...
I don't know, is this... No, that's slightly better. Yeah, I think... Hopefully that's not absolute shit. What I'm going to do is, once I regain control, I'm going to
2 years
reload
ago,
because
they were responsible for...
I was trying to pause the cutscene
So
so
you
I could sort
joined
out the
hands with him
microphone
to...
issue, but it is...
The past...
Olga, you can't keep this up. They're bound to find you.
Listen, I'll free you in a little while. Brace yourself.
maybe if I just... I'll quit and then reload. See if that makes a difference. I was forced to restart my computer today because it locked up well and truly. I was sitting there watching a video, probably about, I don't know, an hour and a half ago or something like that, and yeah, it just completely froze up on me. So I ended up having to restart, and I think that fucked with my microphone settings as well. The microphone's very temperamental when it comes to shit like this. Partly because it runs on a button cell battery, but also because Windows. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, so last time we got Snake double-crossed us, and we ended up getting captured by
Is he still alive?
He was when Olga brought
Ocelot
him in.
and
I've checked everything, including the genome data, but there's nothing on this guy. NSA, CIA, FBI. He doesn't exist in any database. He's a non-existent operative from a non-existent organization.
I suspected as much. However, I know this man.
Huh?
Wake him up.
Oh yeah.
It's been a
Solidus.
while, hasn't it? Jack the Ripper?
Because Solidus had the
You know this fellow?
You
cool
remember me,
tentacle things
don't
that he
you?
could
You've grown.
grab you with.
High concentration of cerebral implants. Have they altered your memory, too?
Yeah, probably. They treated Raiden like absolute shit. Been meaning to look up whether this, whether Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance is canon or not. Because if it is, then I own it.
This
I
is
can
my
install it
son.
and I can
I taught him everything.
go ahead and play it. Can't remember when it was released, but I think it was after Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, I think it was after 4, but
Jack.
before 5.
I never thought I'd see you again.
You know me?
Sweet tats, bro.
You don't remember. Your name, your skills. Everything you know, you learned from me.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, are we
The
getting
80s.
close to the end?
A civil
Okay.
war. You were one of the best among the child soldiers that fought in that conflict. When you were barely 10 years old, you became the platoon leader of the small boy unit. At the time, your outstanding kill record earned you several nicknames, including White Devil and Jack the Ripper. Jack, I was your godfather. I named you. When the war ended, you disappeared from the relief center. I wondered what happened to you. I should have known they would recruit you.
Yeah, it gets all kind of messed up.
It's an
Morally
interesting
messed up when
coincidence.
it,
If he's a lackey for the Patriots, I doubt he knows anything of interest.
What should we do
they
with
get
him?
into like child soldiers
We'll
and
use him like you suggested.
shit like
What
that.
about Dead Cell?
Ignore them.
Wow, it's playing up again.
Happening again?
Could it be that he's here too?
If
In another hour, we
fully
demonstrate
trained,
the power
that
of
would be a
Arsenal
good
gear.
superpower to have.
Attack with
You know,
standard
if your arm
weapons, of
plays up when
course.
somebody's nearby.
Yes, proceed as planned.
At last report, all is well with GW.
How about the troops?
The men are being refitted with Arsenal gear equipment as ordered.
Can't remember what GW stands for.
You're the spitting image of Big Boss.
That animation so did
Is
not
that
line
so?
up.
Perhaps I should be grateful to this kid for that.
This situation, I find it very nostalgic.
Where am I?
Why, inside Arsenal gear, of course. Actually, we're also inside the memory of Shadow Moses.
Except that Snake wasn't naked.
I'll take this back. You don't need this anymore, do you? A foul wind is blowing. We shall speak again.
Olga's hair always seemed like it was just, I don't know,
Don't move.
molded out of some plastic
Stay
and
as
just
you are.
plop
We're
straight on
being
her
monitored
head.
by a camera.
What are you up to?
I'm switching over to nanocommunication.
Mr. X? Ninja?
Correct. It's me.
I thought you were the leader of the Russian troops.
No, that was just a smokescreen.
A smokescreen?
I was sent to provide you support.
Support? Who sent you? The Colonel?
No, the Patriots.
What?
I deceived my troops, betrayed them.
But why?
My child is being held hostage by the Patriots. It all started 2 years ago when I lost my father during the tanker incident. My men and I had nowhere to go. So we joined forces with an illegal Russian organization.
The
Just
Russian
trying to remember who her
mafia?
daughter is.
Something like that. Actually,
And
I learned much later
yeah, there's not
that
going
it
to be
was
any
a
spoilers,
subordinate
but
organization of the Patriots.
it shows up in
I was expecting at the
number 4.
time. When I gave birth to my child, it turned out I was in a hospital run by the Patriots. In the morning, my child was gone. My baby is being kept somewhere in this country.
Have you ever met your child?
No. Once a month, they send me a photo of my child via network. I've never even held the child in my own arms.
I see. Given your situation, nobody can blame you for what you did.
That's your opinion.
What about Snake? I thought you were enemies.
He wasn't responsible for my father's death. Actually, we owe him our lives. 2 years
Good
ago,
old
they were
Snake.
responsible for getting us out of the sinking tanker alive.
So you were partners since the incident?
No, I only found out the truth shortly before this,
Huh?
when I confronted him here.
You fought with Snake? When?
Well, it was around the time you were holding hands with that girl.
Snake. So you joined hands with him to pay back a debt.
No, mutual gain.
Mutual gain?
My job was to assist you. If Solidus gets away with Arsenal, your mission is a failure. The Patriots would judge that as failure on my part and terminate my child.
That's a bit
Putting
extreme.
it simply, my child's life depends on your success.
So you did it all for your child. But why would the Patriots want to help me? Are they hoping I'll take Solidus out?
No, you're just like me. We're just pawns.
Pawns for what purpose?
The S3 plan.
Huh?
You'll figure it out
Super
sooner or
simple
later.
storage by
But I
Amazon?
wonder if you'll handle the truth.
What do you mean?
Listen, we haven't got time for this. Solidus will commence his attack any minute. He's got to be stopped.
What about the virus?
No results so far. I think the Patriots have tampered with the program.
Will it work?
I don't know.
Get me out of this thing.
Not yet. I'll release your restraints after I leave this room.
Where's my gear?
Snake's got everything. I couldn't bring it here.
And where do I find Snake?
The passageway ahead leads to a hangar. He'll be waiting there. I gave him a card key for the hangar.
Does Snake plan to destroy Arsenal gear?
No, even for Snake, it's impossible to completely destroy this thing. The only option is to stop Solidus and his men.
What are you going to do?
Stay concealed. That's my role. I still can't afford to be discovered.
I mean, surely someone was
Oh
listening in
God,
via
you can't keep
nanomachines.
this up. They're
and via
bound
the
to find
codec.
you.
Listen,
Seems
I'll
like it's
free
pretty
you in a
fucking
little
trivial
while.
to
Brace
listen in on a
yourself.
conversation. Let's see what that trophy is all about. Okay, so befriend Olga.
Jack, are you all right?
Oh, yeah.
Jack, is it true? What Solidus said?
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
thought
Drafting
he didn't
small
remember.
children, sending them to war? It's not allowed under international conventions.
ICC
say that.
rules don't mean a lot in war. Someone told me that there are over 300,000 children in combat right now. I was just one of them.
So you remember. I thought your memory had been
Well, actually, yeah, that's what I just
manipulated
said,
by
so
them.
It was.
wonder.
But I have nightmares every day. Pieces of the past I can't put together.
Why didn't you tell me?
You couldn't begin to understand.
You wouldn't know that until you try me.
I didn't want you to get hurt. There was never a real
Well, the
reason
music
for me
stopped.
to fight.
Getting serious
Except that
now.
someone put a gun in my hand. And that someone was him.
It wasn't your fault.
If I survived the day's fight, I was praised, fed, and had a bed to sleep in. I think I was only 6 when I held my first AK. But I'm not even sure of that.
Come on, they call that an
I'm
American
not like
weekday.
Snake. I never questioned why we fought. There was no purpose, no way out. They give you a gun, you ask how many to kill. If you didn't, you were the one they shot instead.
It's okay. No one is blaming you.
We were shown Hollywood action films every day. The kind with macho guys and big guns. They call it image training.
Ugh.
They built us from the ground up into killing machines. We were fed once a day. I can still taste the gunpowder they mixed into the food.
Gunpowder? In the food?
The gunpowder had toluene in it, giving it hallucinogenic properties. It kept us drugged, controllable.
Oh my god!
When the Civil War ended, those of us who survived were taken in by NGOs. They gave me a new life in the States. I can't complain. But nothing's changed. The only people who have no problem with my past have secrets and agendas of their own. Terrible nightmares.
Thing is messed up.
Every night. I can never forget.
Like, he has been nuclear whipping boy since day one. Even in Metal Gear Rising
That's why I
Revengeance.
don't sleep next to you.
He
You
is
should
still
have told me.
nuclear whipping boy. Never finds
Told
peace,
you
which
what?
is
That I'm a killer and always have been?
No, no.
What I hate more
kind
than
of messed
anything
up,
else
really,
in the
when you think
world
about it.
is my own past. I didn't want you or anyone to know about it. Now I know why I was chosen for this mission. No one can take him on, take him down, except me.
I don't know. I reckon you could give a specialized team a
This long for
couple of
this.
rifles and have him done and dusted in a
saw Solidus.
handful of hours.
Jack, I love you the way you are now. You have to believe me. I didn't know anything
Your one
about
facial
you.
expression
I admit
doesn't
that.
really instill me with
Where you were
confidence there,
born,
Rose.
how you grew up. But I know that now. And I know that what I feel for you can only get better. And I'll share in your past if that's the price.
It doesn't work that way. No one can share the burden of what I've done. It's not one of those warm and fuzzy things couples share.
I accept the good and the bad, Jack. That's what you do for someone you love.
I don't want to share my past with anyone. I just want to forget about it.
Jack, I haven't told you, about what I've done.
Got a shared child soldier who's killed everyone before as well.
The last 2 years with you, it's been more than I've ever hoped for.
Jack.
But I can't go any farther.
And it's still kind of messed
I
up
know
that
you wanna
Rose is
get
even on
married.
this project.
But I can't. I can't risk starting a family. There's no way to erase my
Come
childhood.
on, you don't want little riding lips? Little jacklets?
It's all right, Jack. Please,
Running around
don't say any more.
doing the sweet little cartwheel thing that he does. Slash this whole fucking scene. Okay, we get some medicine for when we inevitably get a cold. What is that? This feels very Shadow Moses-y. Because the layout is almost exactly the same. Asking your stomach. Here we go. Raiden, you're naked, so don't go do anything rash.
Raiden, do you copy? You must continue your mission.
I've lost all my
This is the
gear.
good stuff.
I need to locate Snake.
He was never factored into the simulation. Leave him out of this.
I can't do much naked, especially in this temperature.
That's true. You won't be able to attack or enter the hanging mode either.
I think Snake has my gear.
Raiden, take out Solidus and his men. You must recover Arsenal intact.
Colonel, are you under orders from the Patriots?
Your role, that is, mission, is to infiltrate the structure and disarm the terrorists.
My role? Why do you keep saying that?
Why not? This is a type of role-playing game. The point is
And I
that you
can do
play
it.
out your part, and I expect you to turn in a perfect performance.
Colonel, I just remembered something.
What?
That I've never met you in person. Not once.
Complete your mission, according to the simulation.
Colonel, who are you?
No more questions. We have Rosemary.
What do you mean by that?
Over and out.
Oh, seriously? Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm done with stick. Indeed you did. Ah. Even in death, he still covers himself.
This isn't happening.
He's a man of
Jack,
decency.
You have to answer me. Jack! Jack!
Okay, let's try this time without getting caught. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Too busy watching the... Too busy watching the radar. Yeah. Damn it. Oh, what?
Raiden, turn the game console off right
I
now.
love
What did you
this.
say?
The mission is a failure. Cut the power right now.
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry, it's a game. It's a game just like usual.
You'll ruin your eyes playing so close to the TV.
What are you talking about?
Raiden, something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object
think
in
the
the
first
sky
time I
to the
played,
east. It was moving
I actually,
very irregularly.
like, intentionally turned off the console. Like, I didn't fall for this shit, but I saved and turned it off just to see if anything would happen. And I don't think it did, so.
Forget it.
Oh! There he goes, his brains.
Oh God, no! Jack! Jack! Jack!
Yeah, pretty much. Gonna have to listen to all the calls now.
Even my patience has its limits. I just can't leave this thing up to you any longer.
Like this
I'll
was a
do
hell of
it.
a
You
plot
can
twist.
just go home.
Actually, I can just go up here, can't I? Yeah. Surveillance camera. Oh, no. Lay it on me, Colonel.
Honestly, though, you have played the game for a long time. Don't you have anything else to do with your time?
Clearly I don't. That's why I'm here.
Huh? What was that just now?
It was nothing. Just a naked blonde-haired man just trying to sneak his way around. Oh, and I can't choke him. Yes. Going. Where are they? Love the repeated, insistent phone calls from the Colonel throughout all of this. For a while it got annoying during my first
13.
playthrough.
Rescue Merrill, the return of Ginola.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that he had tattoos. I was going to make a Harvey Birdman 13 and a half. Oh, fuck. 12, oh shit, that was close. What is it? 12 jurors, 1 judge, half a chance. I'm surprised that,
I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw Space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carey Rock. I need scissors. 61.
the absolute best line in the entire game. But I'm surprised that Raiden doesn't alert the guards with the clap of his arse cheeks like Snake.
Your mission is to infiltrate the Fortress Galluade, rescue the hostages, and neutralize Metal Gear before its assembly is complete.
I need... card.
Infiltrate the enemy fortress, Outer Heaven. Destroy the final weapon, Metal Gear.
Either that or Snake's suit with the... I forgot it did the radar thing. Snake's suit is, I don't know, kind of like a big thong to lift and separate. I think it ends up looping. I am determined to listen to all of them.
An anemone or clematis plant's juice can cause a rash. When pruning them, it's a good idea to wear gloves.
Good to know. Well, unless we get a ration.
Actually, there is something I have been meaning to tell you, but I just couldn't. I think you should know, though. On Saturday morning last week, I saw a guy leaving Rosemary's room. How should I put it? It was like they were intimate. I'm sorry. Sorry to bring this up during the mission, but...
He's not sorry. What about this time?
I was a North American fall webworm in my past life. Ah, those were the good old days. What were you in your former life?
Solid Snake and Shadow Moses, I guess. Now, I think we gotta wait for Snake up here. I can't
Jack,
remember.
it's me.
Hi, Rose.
Jack, I owe you an apology.
If it's about that conversation just now, I'm the one who's sorry.
No, it's something else.
What is it?
That day at Federal Hall 2 years ago,
Well, the
it
music
wasn't a
stopped, so that's...
coincidence. I was ordered to keep
changed.
an eye on you.
Keep an eye on me.
Yes, by the Patriots.
You're a spy?
I suppose. Yes. It's an ugly word. Are you still there?
Was sleeping with me a part of the job?
I fell in love with you.
How could anyone?
I can't excuse what I did. I
remember
reported
if
every
she's part of the
detail of
AI
your
or
personal
not.
life to them these 2 years. What you did, said, everything.
Must have been fun.
But some things I didn't tell anyone. Like what I felt for you.
So that's why you were involved in this mission. I should have known.
Yeah, basically.
Why else would they toss an analyst into the mix at the last minute?
Yes,
I'm
Rodden's
sorry.
not the
I know what I
cleverest.
did was wrong.
No matter where I go, I get used.
I reinvented myself to suit your tastes.
You too
Hairstyle,
Rod,
clothes,
you
the
too
way I
uptight.
move, things I
Fucking have a
talked
bong or
about.
something, mate.
You say you love the color of my hair, my eyes. They're not even real.
You must have gone over my psych profile with
Yeah,
a
they don't look real to
fine-tooth
me.
comb.
It was my job.
Great performance. Had me completely fooled.
What I really wanted was for you to see the real me. It hurt to play out this artificial romance. It was worse to lie to myself than to you. The more love you gave me, the more it hurt. Because I knew the person you loved was just a character.
So it was artificial on my end too. It was just a game, not the real thing.
Oh, Jack.
I feel better knowing that.
What?
I was in love, or thought I was, with someone who didn't exist. I was trying to be someone I wasn't by loving what
Yeah,
wasn't
this-
real. I don't
This
know
shit just
who you
gets
really
weirder and
are.
weirder
The person
as it
I
goes
knew
on.
isn't real. She's not the woman I'm talking to right now. In a sense, the deception was my own, not theirs.
Jack, I thought I was acting because that was my job. But I did fall in love with you. That wasn't an act.
You expect me to believe that?
No, Mr.
It's
Bond.
okay.
I
You
expect you
had
to
your
die.
reasons, right? Hey, I understand, but I have nothing left to...
Jack!
What?
I'm carrying. I'm
Oh.
pregnant, Jack.
That was creepy.
Rose, what's going on?
Mm. Oh yeah, kind of forgot exactly
Easy,
how
you
creepy
walk
that
around
was.
like that.
Snake!
Been waiting long?
The man, the myth, the dummy thick legend.
Where's my gear?
Right over there. That's more like it. Everything you had when you were captured is still there.
How'd they peel that suit off of Raiden though? That's my question. It's just... It looks like he's poured into that damn thing.
Sorry about earlier. I had to use you as bait to gain access to Arsenal. It worked.
Why didn't you tell me about Olga?
You never asked. Not happy about that? Get over it.
Any effects of the virus yet?
Still waiting on that.
So, it was rigged by the Patriots?
Looks like it. From what I can tell, Arsenal is headed for
Either
Manhattan.
that or
I don't know what Solidus is planning, but we'll have to deal with it
Snake's
one way
carrying
or
a
another.
fuck ton of
There's
baby
also
powder.
A troop of production model Rays ahead.
How many units?
25,
just
according to Olga.
like baby oil or something like
25?
that.
Yeah. Can't say I've faced
Come here,
that
let
many
me
Metal
oil
Gears
you up so we
before,
can pour
but
you into that.
I think we can deal.
No
Look at
way
that.
we can.
We can, because we have no other choice.
How?
I've stocked up on
Yeah,
Stinger
Snake
missiles.
is Snake.
Oh yeah, Olga left this for you.
The idea being, he faked his death because he was blamed
Why?
for the
Olga
tanker
asked me to give it
incident.
to you. Besides, I'm not a
2
big
years
fan
prior.
of blades.
Oh, fuck, that's right. We get the... Yeah, I forgot about this.
Move the right stick up and down to make a vertical slice, and left and right to slice parallel to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Move the stick in a circle to do a rotating cut. Push it forward to lunge and strike. You can guard with your blade if you have the L1 button pressed down. You should be able to deflect a bullet or two.
Yep. Stabby, stabby. Where I'm supposed to.
What are you thinking? Moron. Damn, kid.
Yeah, well, it's...
What are you thinking?
There we go. Pretty sweet blade.
Come on, time to go.
And he just takes to it
If
naturally.
you run out of ammo, you can have mine.
You got enough?
Absolutely. Infinite ammo.
Wait up, Snake.
What?
Forgot he mentions that.
Snake, have you ever enjoyed killing someone?
What are you talking
If I had
about?
to hazard a guess,
I'm
I'd
not
say
sure. Sometimes
chemical
it's hard
noodles
to tell
again.
the difference between reality
Either
and a
that
game.
or a
Diminished sense of reality, huh?
fuck off
VR
huge
training
sandwich
will
from
do
that deli.
No, it was field training when
It's
I
always
was a
one of those
kid.
two.
I lied, Snake. I have more field experience than I can remember. It's not VR that's doing this to me.
Raiden, we don't carry guns to take people down. We're not here to help some politician either.
You can say that because you're a legend, a hero. I'm Jack the Ripper, a dirty reminder of a terrible mistake.
Legends don't mean a whole lot.
I
I
know,
was just
something
a
from
name to
Macca's?
exploit. Just like you.
People will remember only the good part, the right part.
Remember,
of
it's
what
not
you
meat
did.
because there's
There's
no
no
meat
right
in
part in murder.
any of their burgers.
Not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
A future? You can stop being part of a mistake. Starting now.
What am I? What am I supposed to do?
Become a cyborg ninja.
Find something
Like
to
Frank
believe in,
Yeager.
and find it for yourself. And when you do, pass it on to the future.
Believe in what?
That's your problem. Come on.
That was going to be my next suggestion. Like my next guess. Well, the brenched and pickled bit anyway.
Snake, Raiden.
Otacon, you alright?
Yeah, so are all the hostages.
That's good news.
How's everything on your end?
All right for now, but there is something.
What?
The Colonel's last transmission was strange.
Just the last
Strange?
transmission?
How?
Just strange. No idea.
Yeah, I felt
I
the
don't
same.
know.
Like,
Where is this Colonel?
everything else
I
fine,
don't
but then it
know.
started to get
I've
like
never
really
met the man,
philosophical
actually.
and
I'll dig around.
I had to jump onto a few
there's anything
gaming
else, call me
websites
on
and
the
have a read of
codec.
the story
I
to
might
work
be able
out
to help.
just what
The
the fuck
frequency
was
is
going on.
141.12.
We can now contact Otacon. How'd you not hear the thing coming? Oh, no. What we want is high frequency blade. Except we're dead. They got penis, you kid. Oh, seriously?
Right, catch.
Oh, sweet. He chucks this shit.
Use that.
Oh hey, thank you very much for the raid there, Tom. You unfortunately missed the naked riding scene, and you also missed the good Colonel conversations. Oh seriously?
Snake, are you okay? Snake! Snake!
So you yeah, you missed the bit where there's basically you missed the point where the Colonel really wanted scissors. And you just had to have scissors really bad. I'll probably use my guns instead. I've actually got ammo. Ah, fuck, already. Alright, let's... I mean, we could grenade the living fuck out of everyone. Yeah, that makes it so much easier than... Whoops. Still don't know how that bandana provides you with unlimited ammo, but yeah, apparently it does, so... There we go. Nice.
Raiden, about this colonel of yours. I found out where he is.
Where?
He's in Flapjaw
Inside
space.
Arsenal.
What?
I've checked out all the possibilities, but I keep coming back to Arsenal. It isn't a relay point, it's the origin of the signal. And the encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that of Arsenal's AI, the so-called GW.
What
Come
the
on,
hell
there's
does
like a
this
handful
mean?
of encryption
I think it means
protocols these days.
You've been talking to
So-
an AI.
That's impossible.
The Colonel probably isn't GW per se. GW was most likely stimulating cortical activity in the dormant part of your brain through signal manipulation of your own nanomachines. The Colonel is,
Maybe he
in
knows
part,
all of this.
your own creation, cobbled together from expectations and experience.
That's crazy.
That's
But
why
it's
he's less
probably
than
the
useful.
truth. The virus may be starting to affect GW, which would explain the Colonel's behavior.
It was all an illusion? Everything I've done so far?
Raiden,
Snake, what's happening around here?
I don't know.
Your fucking
What
guess
I
is as
do
good as
know is
mine.
that you're standing right here in front of me. Not an illusion. Flesh and blood.
Huh?
It's your call. You can drop this if you want.
No, I can't do that. Let's go.
Now we're getting into the colon. We're getting deep in the shit. Ah, more
Right.
conversations.
They've got Rose.
What?
Rose is being held in the hold.
Still fucking falls for this.
Rose!
Raiden, get a grip.
But Snake...
It's a trap. Since the Colonel
He's a
doesn't exist,
dickhead.
there's no way he can take Rose hostage.
Yeah, you're right.
I am
Yeah,
right.
you're right,
Okay.
but let me still fall for it anyway.
Does Rose exist?
Don't be weird. She's your...
What if I've never really met her?
what?
If the Colonel is something that I partly dreamt up, then everything I remember about her could be...
Don't jump to conclusions.
You and Otacon are the ones that say the Colonel never existed.
Raiden.
Is this what Olga was talking about?
Yeah, how dare you possibly exist or not exist, Snake? Isn't it the old saying, you know, never bring a knife to a gunfight? Let's go for something a little more powerful. Not a PSG one, that's for sure. Oh, that is true. You gotta have hella reflexes for it. And these guys don't seem to, because they just seem to fall like flies. Let me crouch for 2 seconds and stop the bleeding. Here we go, fish and nails. Crouch for a little bit longer. This had me so confused first time. Bit like the Hideo thing when Psycho Mantis first shows up in Metal Gear Solid 1. It's confusing all the shit out of me, like I'm wondering what the fuck was going on. Let's get the M4. I wonder just how many more waves of enemies there are.
Take the item.
There we go. Ah, fortune.
Fortune. It's been a long wait, Solid Snake. The root of all my sorrows.
What?
2 years ago, you killed my father. That was the beginning of hell for us. Everyone I love has been taken from me one by one, and no matter how hard I try, I can't follow them. An endless nightmare.
Can't even shoot herself.
The only thing we live for is to see
or,
it
you know,
end.
can't
Our wait is almost
drain,
over.
like drink a whole bunch
You
of
can't be
Drano or some
serious
shit.
about firing the nuke.
Since no one can kill me, I may as well kill everyone I can.
Oh, now that's reasonable.
Starting you, Solid Snake.
Damn! Looks like I'm today's pick. You go on ahead.
Alright,
You
done
want
with
a
that.
turret rest? I've got it right here.
What are you gonna do? Bullets can't get near her.
I'll think of something. There's no such thing as a witch.
You think you can kill me?
I mean, yeah, there's no
I
such
don't know
thing
what
as
your group's been through,
you know,
but let's get one
bullet
thing clear.
thingy
I
witch,
didn't
but
kill your
he's seen it
father.
himself.
Do you
He
think
has seen the bullets go
anyone's
right
your
around her with his
eyes?
own eyes.
Raiden, get out of here!
Unheard. It's some good dialogue. Do not get to kill you not get to kill Fortune ourselves? Thought we... maybe not yet. I thought we did, and I was struggling to remember how it's done.
It looks like you've remembered the way you used to kill in the old days. Or is it one of the S3 plan's proud achievements?
What are you talking about?
If it's all S3, then which bucket does he
when Ocelot discovered the S3 data from GW.
Crouching.
Not a bad idea, though. Using fire to fight fire, creating the perfect assassin to retire Solid Snake's brother. S3 stands for Solid Snake Simulation.
Well, Amazon, you got it wrong then.
To artificially reproduce Solid Snake, the
Fucking
perfect
trying to tell me
warrior.
it's super simple
The
storage or...
result is a Foxhound Commando. When Foxhound no longer exists,
They've probably already got the idea.
Solid Snake shaped by VR regimen. Sound like someone you know, Jack? I'm sorry to see you reduced to one of the Patriots' puppets.
No, we can't do the
But
Metal
I've
Gear
made
Solid.
use of you, and
Best we can do is
their
just
plan, too.
cut doughies like this.
Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your arrival. It was obvious the Patriots were among my ranks. I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase. You came in handy, as bait. Jack, those days during the Civil War were as real as they come. Every day was absolute. Split between life and
Get
death.
riding nice and dizzy and...
You ran from it. And now you've been led back to war by something less than real. No more games,
Solidus.
Jack. At least you know. There's no reason to keep you alive now. I've given you a worthy opponent, at least. But now, you should die as the little Jackie boy I once knew.
Nothing seems fun like taking on half a dozen Metal Gear Rays. Yeah, I think we're fucked. Is that a hit? I think it's a hit. I feel like it's winning. Or not. There we go. I think it's gonna hit you in the head. I think this is going to take us a couple of tries. Fuck, missed that one. I should just switch to D-pad rather than analog. Make it a bit easier for me to aim. Oops. Literally walked right into those. Oh, here we go. The slug is awake. Good time for terror, is it? It is time for terror. Somebody didn't want to go outside this morning, so she spent the entire day inside asleep. And now she is raising hell because I would not let her out after dark. I'm gonna not point that in the camera. You're a lady. Yes, you are cute. I'll give you that much. You can smooch up all you like, but you are not going outside. Can I continue the fight? You gonna let me continue? You're way too cute. You're way too adorable. Now remember, be a good girl. If you're not a good girl, you get squirted with a bottle. Okay. Yep. Give me a second. I'm gonna go boot her out from my room. Okay. All cats love routine, and her routine is always she'll sleep all day, she'll come inside after being outside all day, sleep for a while, then when she wakes up, cause nothing but terror for me, which usually involves coming and knocking stuff off my desk or trying to get into my gaming collection. Oh, good, another ration. Shit. And just every single night she'll do it, and then she'll get kicked out of my room. Yeah, exactly. Oh, fucking lasered. Just that one. Easy. Delicious ration there. which I cannot get to. Whoa. Cannot. It's a bit risky, but good. We almost got one gone. Ooh. Take those stingers as well. Thank you. I'm getting as much health as I can out of. Damn it. As much health as I could out of crawling. So I wouldn't fucking bleed out. Damn it. Okay, if I get hit on cactus, what I did here. Shit. Fucking close. Okay. So there goes one. Ah, fuck. At least we collected the stingers.
Raiden, respond. Raiden!
Ah, come on, Onokon. I didn't really feel you scream. You're gonna really feel it. Oops. Hit or not? Not paying that much attention. Focus on one at a time. Oh, nice. I didn't think that was going to connect, but it did. Same with that one. Didn't have that targeted. Well, I'm doing better this fight than I was. Much better. Okay, so that's one down. Just about. I think this is one game that I haven't actually watched a speedrun of. And that surprises me because any game I love, I end up absolutely watching the speedrun for. Because they remind me just how badly I suck at these games. I might have to just see how badly broken this game is when it comes to speedrunners. That's the other thing I haven't seen is a tool-assisted speedrun of this game. One's got to exist. So, yeah, I'll grab those. Wow, damn it. Come on. That's another one. Fuck. I'm not sure what direction those missiles are coming from. Yep, like the tool-assisted speedrun of Zelda 2. Like, Jesus Christ, was that a absolute trip, because I literally had no idea what was going on. Like, Link would bounce backwards and forwards between sides of the screen, skip whole sections. One of the best tool-assisted speedruns I have ever watched. I know I've watched quite a few on my time. That one I haven't actually watched yet, but the fact that it exists is there you go. Is nuts, and the fact that they were going to use that similar sort of trick, I think the Banjo-Kazooie, they were going to do the live swap where you'd pull the cartridge out while the console was on and place another thing in, another game in to unlock some stuff. A bit like the Sonic and Knuckles thing. I thought that was awesome with some good potential. Okay, there's another one. Of course, it just fucking moves the camera on me. Oh, another ration. Which, what was even the point? Ah, god damn it. And there we go, another ration. I could be fine careful, which I am so not. Oh, there we go. I thought I had far fewer than stinging missiles than what I do. Enough to kick some ass. I remember playing this through first time and thinking, am I doing something wrong here? Like, should I be defeating them in a different way in order to, because they just seem to keep appearing. I think it was just sheer brute force that, I can hate when it shifts the camera because you're running in a specific direction to avoid getting hit. It's going to swap the camera on you. Also, I can't be the world's most advanced fucking bipedal robot if some dude just run around in circles with a fucking Stinger missile launcher can take down like a dozen of them. At least they have the common decency to stay the fuck out of each other's fights. I don't care. Oops. Oh, fucking wrong button, eh? So I don't have to worry about fighting off guys in the periphery. While all this shit's going on. Oh, you prick. Absolute goddamn prick. Normally we're getting to the end. Gotta be. That one I probably could have just hit with one. Come on, swap the camera on me. Hoping I don't die because, well, I hope that there's a checkpoint. I don't know if there is or not, because I'm going to have to fight however many I've fought all over again. Which is a reminder that I haven't saved in a while. Oh, you asshole. Take that, you little shit. There we go. Fuck, that was close. I was worried it was going to get hit again. Oh, that trophy name though. It took him this long to work that out.
I expected a little more fight than that, Jack.
The name is Jackington. Ah, Olga. It appears literally out of nowhere.
So you decided to show yourself.
Olga, don't do this! They'll know!
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide!
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family!
Well, let's take on Metal Gear Ray with a pistol.
I know I'm going to
Though
help,
honestly, she's probably
but
gonna
at least my child.
do more damage with that
I
than
applaud
what
your
Raiden did.
attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy.
So like, with how many Stinger missile pickups it gave me, and there's a few rations showing up as well, Raiden could have been doing this indefinitely. He could have taken out the entire stock of Metal Gear Rays. Seriously, triple them.
Live! You have to.
Oh, she's dead.
Olga.
I know they're trying to go for dramatic slow motion, but it just feels like there was, you know, 1 frame a second shit going on there. Like the system couldn't keep up. And yes, I am this flippant about just about every death in Metal Gear.
Jack. Let's
Somebody
pick up
dies,
where we
sad
left
scene,
off.
crack some gags, that's why we're here.
What's going on? What's wrong with it?
AI, GW, it's out of control.
What?
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Like, you were gonna stand on the edge and just be like, wait here until, I don't know, Snake brings us a ladder, or
I'm reading an
not even sure how we got there in the first place.
throughout the neural network. I can't shut it down.
What happened?
Maybe some kind of virus.
The Patriots?
I don't know.
Ocelot, what have you been up to?
It's too late. Arsenal's system control
Mostly
is going
swinging that gun
haywire.
around and
It's on an
having a
emergency ascent
arm.
course.
they're like his only two qualities. Gun skills and arm.
Stupid machines!
Good fucking power that thing. Look at that. This gun does more damage than what my goddamn Stinger missiles did. This feels like a bit of an insult. Guess I'll just go fuck myself there. Like,
Damn the Patriots!
haha! Solid. I patched it on the wrong eye though, but... Didn't she tell you to flee?
You still have some use.
I've captured Snake.
So much for being able to take on Fortune there, snaky boy.
Bring him in.
Oh, he wrecked. Yes, I will, because I have not for a while. Playing this for, okay, 12 hours.
Are you awake yet, Jack? GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I
Can't
admit
remember what
that I
GW stood
underestimated
for.
you.
In fact, I don't even know if it's been explained yet, or if it ever gets explained. Find out soon enough, I suppose.
I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
Jesus. Fuck me.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
Maybe I'm gonna try that one.
What do you mean?
That's not your business.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Kinda.
Who talked? Ocelot?
That's not the correct answer. Correct answer is, you know, something like, what are you talking, the old Sassy the Sasquatch. What are you talking about?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots! They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out.
I don't know, is the
We'll take the
destruction
arsenal
of
since you
Patriots
don't care
really
for
a
it
bad
anyway.
thing?
The
Like if they're
purified hydrogen
controlling...
bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control.
I think I can hear
First
Abby
things
being a
first.
pain in the ass in the other room.
Of course. That was what you wanted.
The Patriots control all information, bad, but
Thanks, but I have quite enough
if
of
they're
that.
doing so and keeping people from having unfettered, like, just going absolutely schizo on the rest of the population.
What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted. A little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you.
The man that's captured right there.
But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An
Colonel, but not
orchestrated
Colonel.
recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
The Metal Gear
Ames
Solid
and
1.
the President's deaths. The Ninja.
Metal Gear Solid 1 was just a VR.
The computer virus
Simulation?
that mimics Foxdie. Did you really think they were all a coincidence? Ames' own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the Ninja as well. As for the President, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Foxdie. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus.
Why are we getting skips? The console overheating? Is it... The disc shouldn't be damaged because I bought this thing practically brand new from EB Games and I only played it once. Way back in 2013. Did the PlayStation still going? Let me try quitting out and going back in. There's plenty of circulation. Well, it just shut down my console. Turn that back on. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I would have been pissed off if I hadn't. Yeah, we're not doing a system update. I was already pissed off that I had to do a system update to play Skate 3, I think it was. No, GTA 5. GTA 5 was the most recent PS3 game that I bought. So I had to do a system update for it, and I wasn't happy because it moved me away from the exploitable firmware. Whatever number that was, 13.5, whatever it was, the one that you could still exploit. That Sony were absolutely desperate for people to get away from. Okay. Hopefully this time things run.
Are you awake yet, Jack? GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you.
Skip the wrong cutscenes.
I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
I can't skip this one because it's a... If I was Great Box, that would have been exactly what he
It's
wanted.
not him I want the answers from. They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out
Close
is
enough.
contained in
Continue from there.
GW. Including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one. While we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
This really does feel
Of
like
course.
QAnon conspiracy
That
theory
was what you
bullshit.
wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that. What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted. A little exercise set up by us.
You like double, triple, and quadruple crossing
The
in this
S3
game.
plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you.
Yeah, I might
But the
own
VR
Deus
training the
Ex,
boy
but I
was
don't think
put
I've ever
through
played
is
it.
not the meat of
It's
the
part of my
project.
Steam library that, the side of the Steam library that I've
You
barely
think
touched.
This little terrorist
So
incident
why
is your own
not?
doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel.
I am
An
dropping frames
orchestrated
like all hell.
recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
That shits me when I drop
Ames and the
frames.
president's deaths. The ninja.
I don't know
A
why.
computer virus that mimics Fox Die. Did you really think they were all a coincidence?
Close out of all of this.
Ames' own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker.
See if that makes a difference.
I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well.
As soon as I regain control,
As for the president,
hit a
although
point where I
Johnson
can pause, then
realized
I'll
what was going on, he played out his
stop and start
allotted
this.
part.
Green.
As for the computer
No,
virus,
it's leveled out.
it's a digital counterpart of Fox
It's leveled
Die.
out. Good.
It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the
There was something
Patriots
in Chrome.
from GW.
I'm tabbing Chrome was causing
Your plan was
drops
invalidated
for
even before
whatever stupid
execution,
reason.
Solidus. Fat man.
Oh, not again. Um. Is it loading? Yeah. Well, give me a moment, I'll have a look and see what I can sort out. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay. Well, let's try a third time. If it doesn't work the third time, I have no idea. I'll probably call it quits. I checked the disc. There was a single thumbprint on the disc, but that was about it. It's a very minor scuff on the disc, but it shouldn't be enough to make the game shit itself. I mean, I've had Blu-ray games that are so much more scratched than that. So,
Are you awake yet, Jack? GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you. I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my
I
son.
bet you will, champ. Wonder if you can actually press the button fast enough to keep your O2 meter.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
Keep your O2 meter up
It's
enough.
not him I
Keep
want
full
the
health.
answers from.
Probably not. I'm actually wondering if you need to press triangle. If it's just
What do you mean?
as soon as it hits X percentage,
That's not
he
your
drops you.
business.
Okay.
They were planning. No, there is another.
Ames and the president's deaths. The ninja. The computer virus that mimics Fox Die. Did you really think they were all a coincidence?
Yep.
Ames' own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the president, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Fox Die.
Deep voice
It
sounds
was
a bit
also
like
designed to eliminate every scrap of information
Quick Draw
regarding the
in
Patriots
Harvey
from
Birdman.
GW. Your
Guns like
plan
that
was
didn't
invalidated.
enforce the law. They were the law. And it did it again. God fucking damn it. I can't hear it ticking over. So it's weird. It just causes the whole console to lock up because maybe software update would fix that. I don't know. Yeah, there's the fight with Solidus on top of the New York Town Hall, and a whole bunch of extra story after. I definitely want to see if I can finish that. But I might do that tomorrow. I think I might cut the stream here. I'll eject the disc, give it another clean. Oh. The fact that it is taking forever to load these icons of all my other games is a bit weird. Yeah, so I might cut the stream here. I'll grab the disc out and give it a good clean. I've got my trusty bottle of isopropyl alcohol, which is... I've got about a quarter left. Really need to pick up some more from Bunnings next time I'm around. Anyway, Yeah, so I'll leave it here for the night. We will continue on tomorrow night with more Metal Gear. And I'm really fucking hoping that Metal Gear Solid 3 does not do this as well, because I spent good money on this game and it doesn't want to play. I don't know. I've got another PlayStation 3 floating around, so I could try that as well. But that'll be a worst case scenario. I've got to set that one up because it's one I'm intending to sell at some point soon. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, anyway, so we'll leave it here. I'll give that disc a clean and we'll see how we go tomorrow night. So thanks everyone who stopped by. Fucking hell.
You and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss.
Let's keep going then.
Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow
I'm hoping that that's the only phrase that we get out of it.
Of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago.
I don't know what parts of the story we've missed in that cutscene, but
you were told that the eradication of Dead Cell
at this point, I reckon if anyone wants to see the full thing, I'm sure World of Long Plays or a similar channel has the whole game.
Just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project? How could...
There you
You're
go.
no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you.
Ah, that's right, yeah.
What?
Basically all they needed to do, all Snake needed to do was just turn off
no bullet could hit you?
nano machine.
It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed.
No electromagnetics, not nano machines.
Your Dead Cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No.
So why is she upset now? I thought she wanted death.
Tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Well, whenever the Patriots had let you die.
Thought I got her in the heart.
It missed.
No shit, Sherlock.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right.
I was one of those people.
Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology.
Bastard.
Yep, he'll do that. not a popular man, Mr. Liquid Ocelot. Damska. Shalashasta. Whatever other names he's had throughout the years.
Now that I have enough data, all I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try.
Kind of amazes me that Arsenal is a... I say, we're doing the two. The fucking blade thing there. Amazes me that Arsenal is something that is just like so self-containing and just collect it and go. Because I mean, you can't just pack up Google's AI and piss off into the darkness because it's in every, you know, it's spread across multiple data centers and there's no one, you know, Google.ai file that lives on a server somewhere.
Fortune!
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out. Take your reward. It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Ready.
Everybody down!
Well, that's what Google gets for upgrading to Windows 11 so early. Wait for it to become stable at least.
What the? Impossible!
So where was she when I was fighting all those Arsenals? All those Metal Gear Rays?
She is Lady Luck.
And she could have protected me this whole time and
My name
she chose not to.
is Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud and noble soldier.
I was sitting there thinking, when she said that Snake killed her father,
Again,
I was sitting there thinking, yeah, who is her father? Can't remember. But then it dawned on me, like literally the only other black person in this game. Like, yep, there's the father, Scott Dolph.
Try this instead.
How convenient.
No! No, not now!
Brother.
Brothers!
The brothers. Oh, there we go. Switching it up.
I've been waiting for this!
It can't be.
Oh, but it is.
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the
Amazing.
arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was
That
controlling
is
him.
exactly it.
Snake, it was I that
The only
leaked
moral
information
mumbo
about
jumbo
Arsenal to
is
your
my
partner
mumbo
and
jumbo.
got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all,
Yeah, I mean, come on. What about Frank Yeager? Great
I'm
Fox.
off
He
to bury the
could just,
Patriots for
you know,
good.
just off with the old arm.
How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one snake and one big boss.
What even is that suit? How's it powered?
Time to say goodbye!
Push Bhutan received Death of Snake.
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
Oh, there we go.
Liquid, stop this thing! Hey, Snake, you coming?
Let's go. Can we stop by McDonald's on the way? I want some chicken nuggets.
Snake!
There you go. That screams a little better than Ocelot's riding. Otacon was riding. Colonel, I'm upset. Liquid didn't get me chicken nuggies. I walked across that bridge when I was in New York. Freezing cold, but it was a really nice walk.
Federal Hall.
Federal Hall, that's what it was, not Town Hall. Yeah, close enough.
What are you laughing at?
Somebody's glad to be here.
You know what day it is today.
What is that? Christmas Day.
April 30th?
That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence, the dawn of a new nation here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule, liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities.
That's what you get for kneeling for the anthem. If you don't stand for the anthem, then the Sky Clock can't freedom.
Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles, cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out.
That's right.
What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even
And
that.
with shit like this that I
will triumph over the Patriots.
kind of glossed over. I'm like,
and liberate us all.
yeah, I
And
understand very little of all of this, and
the Sons of Liberty.
especially stuff like all that. So I'm like, ah, fuck it, I'll just play it, look up what it all means on Wikipedia. Well, didn't have Wikipedia back in the day, but on like game FAQs or something.
We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was
Look it
destroyed.
up later.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human.
I'll
Over
say,
the
look at
past
that
200 years, a
skull
kind of
formation you had
consciousness
going on
formed
in me.
layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality.
Kind of glad that Metal Gear
Americans
Solid
invoked so
3,
often.
4, and 5
How can anyone hope
kind of
to
opted
eliminate
more
us?
for a
As long
easy
as
to
this
follow
nation exists, so will
war
we.
equals
Cut
bad
the crap. If you're immortal, why would you
sort of
take
thing.
away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully.
Yeah, we were
like a
able to
good
skip
boy.
that
The mapping
cutscene
of the human genome
that
was completed early
caused the
this
console to
century.
freeze up.
As a
I
result,
was
the evolutionary
just seconds
laws
away
of
from
the
cutting
human
the
race
stream,
lay open to
and it just
us.
started working again. So I'm like,
Started
fuck it,
with
let's keep
genetic
going.
engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
I think we're
There
so
are
close to the
things
end of the
not
game.
covered by
It's,
genetic information.
you know, I'll just keep
What do you
playing it till the end.
Human memories.
Because we just got the final fight,
culture, history.
and then
Genes don't contain any
the-
record of human history.
Is it something that
Any
should not be passed on?
bits and
Should that
pieces.
information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information
Tablets to
was
books and
inherited
back
by
to
later
tablets.
generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness.
Trivial
Never
information
fading,
like this
always
channel.
accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All of this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the
Yep.
rate of evolution.
Right. You seem
That
to think
was,
that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you
That
telling
was
me it's not?
Vegeta's
You're being silly.
plan.
What we propose to
The
do
technology
is not
that
to control
appeared
content,
in
but to
the
create
60s and the
context.
80s
Create
timelines in
context.
this game.
The digital society furthers
Yeah, they're
human
just-
flaws and
fucking
selectively
hell.
rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species.
Yeah.
Everyone grows
That'd
up
be
being
kinda
told the
awkward
same
for him.
thing.
Be nice
Standing
to other
around, you know,
people.
just checking his
But
watch
beat
like,
out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself
pull out
and
my
you will
phone, see if I've
succeed.
got some sweet
But it's
games on there or
obvious
something
from the
like
start
that.
that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right
This is
to
just
freedom,
before the,
and this is the result.
I think just
All
before the
weapons
iPhone
to
was
avoid
released,
conflict and protect each
at
other
least
from
in
hurt.
time frame.
The untested
So I don't know, he probably had
truths
some
spun by
Java
perfect
games on
agents
his
continue to
Nokia
churn and accumulate in the sandbox
Symbian
of political
OS
correctness
phone.
and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is
This,
invalidated, but
this game does hit a little bit different though
Not
now
even
that, well, for
natural
one, now that
selection
I'm
can take
an
place
adult,
here. The world is being
and
engulfed
two,
in
that
truth.
And this
we
is
live in the
way
digital
world
age of
ends,
Facebook and
not with a bang,
fake
but a
news
whimper.
and
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our
Facebook and all of that
responsibility as rulers.
fun shit.
Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and
Come
even
on,
interpret
that
their
clip
meaning for
of
later generations?
B's advice is not garbage.
Context.
I'll
Fucking pure
decide
gold
for myself
content.
what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you.
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another
Don't I
possibility
get
is
why
that self is a concept you conveniently
AI
borrowed under the logic
chose
that
to
would
have this
endow you with
conversation?
some sense of strength.
That's crap.
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best, and you got there all by yourself.
Way to give a guy a complex.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age
Both
of digitized
sides
communication
have
has
good
given even more
points.
power to the individual.
But
too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is
yeah.
wanted and what needs to be done for that
both sides
goal.
would need to do things
All
on a
this
neutral
you used to
basis.
struggle with. Now we think for you.
Or something
We are
objectively
your
for the good of
guardians, after
mankind.
all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation.
Told you,
What it
super
does
simple
stand
storage.
for is selection for societal sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof.
This is a whole ass rabbit hole here. Self-aware, not self-aware.
Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus
Weird.
raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to
ouch.
see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise.
So we get to...
Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again.
We get to fight.
I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same
So now
way.
you drop that on us.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe.
Damn!
Live.
It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider
It's in
the
the back
exercise
of
closed.
Colonel's head.
So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents.
I'd just drop all the bombs at once, why don't you?
I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil.
The devil.
I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix.
Neat.
It's time we were both free.
This is actually a pretty sweet shot. this was always a fucking pain in the
I
ass.
have
if I
other
recall.
reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you.
What?
Like
The information
literally
is
or
being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral
okay,
cortex
so literally.
and throughout the neural network they formed.
Why do birds come back so quickly after the after fucking Metal Gear?
What Die!
Do I get any? Huh. Well. Damn it. Oh, that's right. There's the hole on fire thing.
Let's go.
Oh, yes, please. We'll take a ration.
Die.
I'm sick of body armor. Oh, yes.
What's wrong with you?
Where to begin?
What's wrong with you?
Ooh. And oh, second I thought he'd set me on fire as well. Come on. Damn it.
Take this.
There we go.
Good work, Jack. But this is where it gets interesting.
It does. How about you?
Let's go.
Phone call from Colonel. Colonel or Colonel?
Right. You have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
No, we kind of are.
We're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? Do you know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game. Exactly as you said.
And a weapon has no right to think for itself. Now,
The fact that they tie this in with the Rose and Jack Titanic.
Defeat Solidus.
The good bit of...
What's wrong with you?
Oh, kind of the thing.
Take this! Take this!
Don't tell me we can... Oh, prick. Tell me we can get this done in one. Oh, fuck.
Take this!
Ah, I can't see a fucking thing.
Is that the best you can do?
Probably.
Let's go. Over here.
Ah, fuck. Oh. Come on, I'm so close. We're getting on. Fuck. Oh. Shit. Pressing the button hoping to get up. Oh fuck, I just realised we are dropping frames like oh fuck because I'm gonna have to sort that out. Oh, and it starts the final one again. Okay. Hopefully that's fixed.
Who am I really?
No one quite knows who or what they are. The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point. There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
Yeah, it's nice,
I
but
know
the
you
reality
didn't
is a
have
little more
much in
difficult
terms
than
of
that.
choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you. By the way, what is that?
Dog tags.
Codename Thick Stuff. I forgot to put that in as a name.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before. I'll pick my own name and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on.
Hey, come on, that was Thickster's dog tags.
They taught me some good things, too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word. Even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry. I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up. We have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriot's identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate.
They're
Count
not
me
like a
in.
memory
No,
location
you
or
have
something like
things
that.
to do first.
It's here's the specific list of the
People you need to
Patriots.
talk to.
Just go ahead and delete that information. It does exist. And does nobody find it weird that, you know, a whole ass thing crashed into the federal building? Now there's this dude in a poured into a skeleton suit.
Snake?
Strutting around. Like the federal building's cactus.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
Can you?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh,
It's a bit presumptuous.
See me for what I am, okay?
I know.
They're having a kid as well.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
Boyfriend of the year, couldn't fucking remember until this very point.
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. But genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
Send the,
This is for
give the kids, the dankest memes you could possibly get. I think this might be it. It is.
And the sky up above, and think, what am I made of? Am I full of sorrow? Am I hurt and
There you go, hostage, Scott Dolph. Not the Scott Dolph from the game, but the Scott Dolph.
with love? I walk by myself on the streets below and ask every child.
There's a lot of people like setting research. Like, does Kojima just sit there and go, well, I want to get as many credits as possible for this game. Let's make up some shit for me to be a part of. You know, Coffee Maker, Hideo Kojima.
I can't say goodbye to yesterday, my friend. I keep holding on till the end. Out of the darkness, there is no other way than the light leading to yesterday.
It's a suck.
It's there that I'll find inner peace, not war.
There's a shit ton of things that go into
That I
making a game. Kind of forget. Like, Yoji Shinkawa, he's like directing the lighting, he's designing the concept, he's fucking everything. Impressive. The fact that all of these teams come together. I've never actually worked on a program, like a major programming project with anyone else. All the code I've ever written, with a few handful of like, small bits of collaboration here and there, have largely been my own code. Even at work. Nobody else has contributed to my code, and I've got it sitting on GitLab. So I just don't know how all of this shit works. Program up pretty much whatever you like, but when it comes to working in teams, no fucking idea.
Little sounds of laughter, a warm hug, a smile, a kiss from you.
It was actually good timing. I mean, it's just past midnight. I mean, in bed a good fucking half an hour ago. But
I cry and I cry. Love, do not pass
referee.
me by. time refused to fly.
They even have a vibration effects artist. Somebody whose job is to work out what the hell is going on. Like when you run over something, how is it supposed to vibrate? Like, gee, he does editing as well.
It's there that I'll find inner peace, not war.
Like one of the hardest working people in this. You're like art director as well, Yoji Shinkawa.
I'll find the joyfulness I'm looking for way back in yesterday.
Ghost Babel? Ghost Babel? Oops. Oh, okay. From, that's what it was. It's the Game Boy version of Metal Gear Solid. I wonder how much it costs to put Helvetica in a game like this. Do you pay for it once? Do you pay a certain percentage? You know, you get $1 out of every $1,000 for a maximum of 10 years. Like, no. Metal Gear Solid. That was good. The game was a little bit shorter than what I remember. When I played it first time around, it seemed to go on forever. But I guess it was a little bit shorter than I thought.
Life isn't just about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much more than just DNA.
We can leave microplastics and bullshit.
Music, literature, and movies. What we've seen, heard, felt. Anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
I don't get half of the shit in this game. As I said, glad that future games kind of focused more on
Snake, you there?
how bad is Metal Gear.
I've finished going over that disc.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but...
But what?
They're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well,
100 years ago.
About 100 years ago.
What the hell?
Yeah, explain that to me. We got 13 hours. Fucking look at that. 13, 13, 13. 10 saves, 73 continues, 48 alerts, 68 persons killed, and 67 rations used. So for every person I killed, I ate a ration. And the final cutscene was so long that it turned my controller off. Elephant. I'm guessing cut above means that did somewhat alright. Camera. Camera. That's all I get. Okay. So that's it. That is Metal Gear Solid 2. So tomorrow night is going to be Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Ooh, we've got blue now. I'm not sure what the snake tails are. Anyway, we'll call it a night here because it's 12:15 and I absolutely have to get to bed, otherwise I'm going to be late for work tomorrow because I want to sleep in. Yeah, so thanks to everyone who stopped by and followed, subscribed, donated, bought merch, joined the Discord, fucking everything. You guys are always the reason I keep coming back. Sorry if the stream got a bit shit there with my computer going haywire, but these things happen. $8. So thanks again everyone, and I'll catch